Well, the mid 1300s, I'm sorry, the mid 1400s into the late 1400s and beyond, even to this point.
Yeah.
You know, Revelation the 20th chapter tells you that. That's when the physical devil that was locked, that was shackled down for 1,000 years, and the Most High the Lord broke the chains and allowed him to deceive the world once again. And Esau's time is given, his power of time is given by the Most High.
Yep.
Because the Most High said he's going to go down at an exact time. It tells you that in Job 14.
That's right.
And Esau knows that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Now, at the time the Apostle Paul was teaching this, it was a mystery. The mystery being that the so-called white man is truly the devil. Because at that time, you had the Romans were in power, and very few Israelites knew this man was actually the devil.
Right. In other words, they didn't know that they were Edomites.
Right.
Because just like Esau doesn't know who he is today, he doesn't know who he is today. Name me one so-called white man that'll come up and say, oh yeah, my line goes back to Esau. Name me one. Number one, they don't know that they're Edomites, but now they know it because we have told it to them, and we broke it down and we revealed it to them.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, the Most High said of Jeremiah as a child, and said, behold, I sent you as a prophet among the nations. So we not just teaching who we are, we're teaching the other nations who they are, man. We're teaching you that you're Edomites. So you got guys that are bucking up against that. Now why would you buck up against that? I don't know why, because it's obvious, man. There's enough information and enough evidence in the scriptures that prove it without a shadow of doubt that that's this so-called white man. Now that's not saying that if a white guy walked down the street, he's an Edomite, because you have Jake that mingled his seed from other nations, man.
And we teach that. You got you got Israelites that scattered among all nations. And you're going to have Israelites looking like all nations. And a lot of these other groups, they can't get with that. They can't understand
Because they're not men of the Lord.
Because you're not men of the Lord, and because the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not working with you. It's not supping with you. Just like Yahushua said in Revelation, he will come and sup with you. Meaning, he will come and explain in your mind, work with your mind. And so you read it, you get taught it, and you understand it. The spirit of Yahushua is supping with you. The spirit of Yahushua don't sup with those other guys. That's why they can't get it. It's as simple as that.
Because they're natural men.
Yeah, they're natural men, which means they're not spiritual men. You can't be a natural man and deal with this truth. We're talking about things that's unnatural. Like the spirit world. The spirit world is not natural, it's unnatural. It's beyond the physical, right? Go ahead.
This is verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Yeah, so right, which the Edomites, the Romans, they were doing that thing back then. We read about how the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violent took it by force. Who was the violent? That was the Roman Empire, which were really Edomites. Okay, so they're the mystery of iniquity, meaning the mystery of wickedness.
It says, only he who now letteth will let.
Yeah, that's the Heavenly Father. Go on.
Until he be taken out of the way.
Now is the time for him to be taken out of the way. And he's going to be taken out of the way by this word. And then Yahushua coming with the chariots is going to physically take him out of the way. Because when Yahushua comes with those chariots, he's coming to destroy the so-called white man's kingdom. And to set up his kingdom on the planet Earth. Because the kingdom of Israel, by default, will be the kingdom of the Lord. Right? By default.
It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed.
Then shall that wicked be revealed. The wicked is the so-called white man, the Edomites, beginning with their banking families. They're being revealed. And that shows you that the Illuminati is part of the truth. You had that clown years ago, the Illuminati is not part of the truth. The Illuminati is part of the truth. Because the Illuminati is the ruling body of the wicked. The head of the wicked. Every body has to have a head. If you see a body without a head, that body is dead. The body cannot live without a head, right? The head of the wicked body is the elite banking families. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. They got to be revealed too. Right?
Yeah, you mentioned the Rockefellers. David Rockefeller, That old devil, he's 107 years old. You had to check the record, and he had 7 heart transplants, man. That devil does not want to die. You know why he don't want to die? Because he knows when he comes back to life, if he dies tonight or next week or next 6 months, he's going to know that he's an Edomite in the spiritual realm, and he knows when he comes back, he's going to be born right in slavery, man. Absolutely. So this devil don't want to die, man.
Don't want to die. Plus, the Heavenly Father is keeping him alive maybe for your Howard shot. You know, when your Howard shot comes back.
Well, the Most High can kill him and bring him back anyway.
Yeah.
He can do that anyway.
You can do that. Hey, well, whatever the Heavenly Father want to do.
See, this is a mystical thing, man. This is a spiritual thing. This goes beyond your comprehension, Mr. Dr. James White, Edomites.
That's right. But you know what? It's more terrible.
He's 101. My mistake, 101.
It's
See,
more.
I'm man enough to admit that I'm wrong.
That's right.
Right, and I did say if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Now you asked me if Dr. Ben was a spy, a CIA agent for the UN. I know he worked for the UN. Now, when you a spy or agent, it's normally in the secret. So somebody that knows got to come out and say, "Yep, I'm out." So really, Johanna was right when he said he was part of UNESCO, and the UN is in cahoots with the beast system. They're all in cahoots. When they have the UN General Assembly in September, who goes there? The whole entire EU and the members of the EU, a representative of the EU, a representative of NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, EU, European Union, which make up the beast in the book of Revelation. You see how it all comes together? See, you can't do this, Dr. James White. You can't do this because you don't have the mystical mind to go in the scriptures, man. You don't have the voice. Now you better hope like hell that you are actually Edomite. I mean, an Israelite. That's the only thing you can do is hope that you are Israelite. Other than that, shut the hell up, man.
Two vocabulary. No class alone.
It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the
Which
Lord...
is being revealed now.
The so-called white man,
Right.
the Edomites, the biblical Edomites,
whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Yeah,
So who's the Lord's mouth? We are.
prophets. Which we
Most
speak
ain't gonna come down there and tell you nothing. He ain't gonna hold no press conference, man.
That's right.
He gonna speak through certain men.
Yeah, it's
So
prophets.
when you guys buck up against the men of the Lord, you're really bucking up against the Most High.
That's right. And we're speaking his words, which is the spirit of his mouth. We represent the spirit of his mouth, speaking his word. What is that? John 3:34. The scripture says, the one who the Lord sent shall speak the words of the Lord. John 3:34. Right.
It says,
We ain't speaking our own word, we're speaking his word.
You good, brother?
Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm hanging in there.
and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Getting into the lesson.
Destroy with the brightness of his coming. That's talking about the chariots and the missiles. So you get a 2-for-1 deal. You got the chariots and you got the missiles. And both emit fire. The chariot,
Major damage.
yeah. The chariot's gonna emit fire, and those missiles are going to emit fire. When the Lord said, now we know what the Lord meant by, behold, the Lord cometh with fire. He's literally coming with fire. Because in those chariots, he's going to send out fire. Just like you saw in the movie War of the Worlds, 2005 edition, for Tom Cruise. You saw the laser came out the chariot. Where the hell do you think they got that from? They got it from the Bible.
You get a chance. I know you got scripture. When you get a chance, give me Revelation 11. Start from the top.
They got that from the Bible.
Start from 8.
And that's literally going to happen. That's not fantasy. That's Bible prophecy. The chariots are going to come, which we know about the chariots, our forefathers in slavery. our forefathers saying, "Sweet, swing low, sweet chariot coming for to carry me home," what were they talking about? They were talking about those so-called UFOs, which they saw working out in the fields for those long hours. When they were working out there in the fields in those long hours, they would see those chariots zip back and forth, the so-called UFOs. And there weren't no planes back then. The plane didn't come on the scene until 1903 with Kitty Hawk, right?
And since you mentioned that, if you Google a record of UFO sightings in history, or however you want to put the words together, you got UFO sightings that go back during the time of Alexander the Greek, that go back before that go back during the time of Moses and the children of Israel in the wilderness of Zin.
Right.
So you have papers of that, man.
Right.
So, this thing is real, man.
Yeah, and our forefathers in slavery, when they were working in the fields, in the cotton fields, they saw those chariots, and they weren't dismayed by them. Now the scriptures say the heathen are dismayed at the signs of heaven, and that proves that we're not heathens. Instead of us Israelites getting dismayed, what the hell is that? We say, oh, that's a chariot. Take me home. Take me back to Jerusalem. Take me back to Israel. Come on, chariot. Don't leave me here with this freaking cotton. Get me out of here. That's the song. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Take me back home, which is Israel. Looked over the River Jordan. Where the hell is that? In Africa? That's why you Israelites got to wake the hell up, man. You're not Africans, man. You're Israelites, man. And the so-called white man's not an Israelite. He's not a Jew. He's not an Israelite. They're Edomites. They have stolen your nationality from you. And even Apostle Elatar was telling me about some scripture in the book of Baruch, how literally we change places. Literally. I mean, here you
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
No. Read Revelation 11.
Hey, man, it's real, man.
Real.
It's real, man.
And it's going to get realer.
It's going to get
It's
real.
real, and it's going to get realer.
Hey, you think,
And
man?
then it's going to get really real.
Yeah, man, we've been doing this for years, man. Elder Apostle Tar been doing this for 30 years. You think if it wasn't
And I
real?
love doing this, man.
Yeah, you think if it
And
wasn't
I'm
real?
passionate about coming out here, man.
Absolutely. You think if it wasn't real, he'd be out here as passionate as he is doing this? Man, we know this is real.
Not many guys are passionate, man. You got guys that got 15 years in, 21 years in, 22 years in. They're running out of gas, man. That's sputtering. We see them guys. And we see them guys sputtering, man. You better ask the Most High, according to what David said in Psalm 51, you better ask him to take not away from you his Holy Spirit. Because we see it leaving your ass.
They're like that cartoon, Speedy.
Yeah. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that, man. And then a lot of you know that you're sputtering, man.
Yeah, sputtering engine.
It says, Revelation 11 and 8, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
This is the great city. Babylon the Great, what you call America. There's a reason why all you so-called Negroes are over here in America. There's a reason why going back to the 50s, you had the Puerto Rican come up. All the tribes are up here, man. All the tribes from North, Central, South America are up here, but then you got the tribes that are scattered literally throughout the whole planet Earth. All throughout West Africa. Hell, you got Israelites in East Africa. You got Israelites in South Africa. You got Israelites down there in goddamn Samoa.
All over the world.
And those different islands out there. Hawaii.
And to back up the
You got them Hawaiian Israelites.
back up the Apostle.
Over there in Japan, man.
That's why
It's
this
China,
That's right.
Vietnam, Korea, North and South,
That's why this gospel.
Australia.
Yeah, that's right. That's why this gospel has to go over the whole world. That's why, as it is written, the gospel shall encompass the whole world. Then the end shall come. Why is that? Because you got Israelites all over the world, just like the apostle saying.
And how is it? And how? I'm sorry. And how is this being sent to you? Through the World Wide Web. Through the World Wide World. This gospel shall be preached throughout the whole world, throughout the whole wide world, right?
then shall the end.
Then the end shall come. And we're at the crossroads of the world. Right here on 34th and 7th Avenue. Also known as the crossroads of the world. Check that out. In the top city in the world. New York City.
Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the city of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
We're going to tell you why it's called spiritually, mystically, it's called Sodom and Egypt. We don't got to tell you why. This is the new Egypt right here. You know? The new Sodom.
What was Sodom all about? All you got to do is go to history. Go ahead. Look it up. Yeah, look it up. Do some research. Hey, the Church of Berea, the reason why the Apostle Paul made note of them, the reason why they were honorable, because they went out and checked out what the Apostle Paul said.
Yeah, well, the Church of Berea is right among GMS.
That's right.
That's one of the churches.
And they're an
The
example.
people of the Church of Berea is right in GMS. They ain't in IUIC, they ain't in the IUCK. They're in the GMS.
Yeah, sometimes you got to go and look up stuff, because when you find it, then you appreciate it that much more, rather than it just be given to you. If you go and look for something, then you appreciate it when you get it, man. But a lot of niggas, you're lazy, man. My father used to always say that, man. My father hated lazy people. He said, they lazy. I can hear his voice in my head right now. I grew up hearing it enough. You can't be lazy in this truth, man.
Where also our Lord was crucified.
Now give me, I believe Baruch 3 and 18. And then you can go to Baruch 4 and 1 and read that one down. Then Baruch 5. And Baruch is, hey, that's a short book. Hey, that's a bad book, man. That's a bad book.
Baruch was a scribe for Jeremiah.
Understudy of Jeremiah, which means he's a prophet.
And Baruch means blessed.
Barak.
Yeah, Barak. All that stuff you guys.
Hannibal Barker. Barker means Barak. Blessed.
Baruch 3 and 18.
For
For they that wrought in silver and were so careful, and whose works were unsearchable, they are vanished and gone down to the grave.
Read that again, please. He's talking about Israel, the state and condition of Israel today. Go ahead.
For they that wrought in silver and were so careful, and whose works are unsearchable, they are vanished and gone down to the grave.
We are vanished and going down to the grave. What grave are we in? Right here in America. And scattered throughout the whole planet Earth. Go ahead.
And others are come up in their stead.
And others have come up in their stead. So who come up in our stead? Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9. Them so-called Jews. That's why they rushed over there to get the land of Israel, man. And they declared it a state. And it was behind the Rothschilds in that, man. Them Europeans wasn't looking to go to Israel, man. That was a whole made-up story that the Rothschilds came up with. So they've been surveying the land for years, man. It was all about getting back to Jerusalem, man. Even the Arabs, the Ishmaelites were fighting to get Jerusalem. There's a movie came out years ago, we all saw it together, called The Kingdom of Heaven. With this guy, Orlando Bloom and the other guy, the father. God played. The dude that played in Taken. Liam Neeson. And them people that was back there, those are all jakes, those are all black people fighting against other black people, which were Arabs, man. And they were fighting, the thing was to get, during the reign of, what's his name, Saladin. His thing was to get the land of Jerusalem, the city of Jerusalem, man.
This backs up the Apostle Paul. Ezekiel 36 and 1. Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord power, because the enemy has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places, powers in possession. That backs up what she gonna pay me. Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side,
that he might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen. And ye are taken up in the lips of talkers and an infamy of the people.
And who's that talking about? The so-called Negroes, all the way down to the so-called Mexicans. That's why everybody talks shit about you. And the enemy of